How can I help my child with anxiety and selective mutism? Let's continue our journey. Hey, welcome back to my channel Word Steps. It's time for part 5 of my series on how to help kids with selective mutism and therefore anxiety. In this video, I am going to show you how to create an environment where your child can conquer his or her anxious feeling and come out on top. So for example, when we put plants in a greenhouse, isn't just about protecting them from harm, it's about creating the right space where they can thrive and flourish. Just like a top-notch greenhouse has fans and temperature change to gradually introduce plants to new challenges, you need to help your child learn how to handle anxiety and build resilience to become healthy and a self-assured adult. In my last videos, I talked about setting the foundation for your greenhouse, which is your mindset. So you need to change your approach to anxiety, create a safe space for your child to shift the relationship with the anxiety and become more resilient. What have you tried? Let me know. Now, let's chat about creating the perfect atmosphere for your child's success. You've got to start building a foundation of physical and emotional safety. Almost like the greenhouse that I was talking about. But before I go into helpful tips, it is important to make sure that your child feels secure and has his or her basic needs met. For example, has eaten well, has slept well, feels protected, feels safe. And one of my favorite words is connection. Yes, that's the magic stuff to create emotional safety and nurturing growth. There is somebody that I love and I watch here on YouTube, and that's Dr. Gordon Neufeld, and he talks a lot about connection, and you will find links to his videos below. Please go and read so much about what he talks about. Now, children really crave that connection with the parents. So it's up to you to show them that you are there for them. I'm sure you're already doing that. Even when they are facing overwhelming emotions like fear and anxiety in communication. Now, what I've been trying to share with you is not to rescue them or maybe say to them, why didn't you speak? But we want to connect with them and being present during that journey and that situation. Now, you can reassure them that you trust them in finding the solution. And when they are scared, let's face it together. And that is really the fundamental approach of my method, which is the family dynamic approach and the brave muscle method. And you'll be able to read more about it in the description below. Now, the words you say aren't as important as your presence. So your rock solid presence brings a sense of safety to any situation. So once you've established that strong connection, you can help your child tackle their fears and their growth. And that's why we often talk about sliding in. So being there in that situation in school. So for example, if your child goes to school or to nursery and they feel that that's a nightmare, they don't want to go, and you're kind of not quite sure what to do, well, it doesn't mean that you don't send them to nursery or you force them to go to nursery, but you spend some time at nursery or at school there. Also, you need to validate the way your child feels. Now, that doesn't sound like, hey, I kind of know how you feel, I know that you're anxious. That doesn't look like it, but it's about pure empathy. So you can challenge them, which means you're not answering for them, but you're still there with them. So when you validate, you throw in an and. So I know that you're feeling nervous and brave. I know that you can cry and you're going to school. It's okay to feel worried, and we all feel worry sometimes. Sometimes just being seen and heard is enough for those little emotions to come down and to deliver their message. Now, always remember that you're present. It's a way more powerful than any fancy strategies out there. So that's all for today's video. Remember to subscribe, and I post every week. Let me know about your situation, and are you yet one of my students? I'll see you next week.